Hello and welcome to the Math 31 Calculus course. My name's Chris Schalk. When you get a hold of me, feel free to call me Chris. I'm going to be your math teacher for this course. Hopefully we'll already have been in contact in various different ways. We're going to want to use email a lot, and Google Drive are some of the main tools we use. But right now I want to make a short video just showing you probably the most important tool you'll need for accessing stuff. This is my class website. And some of you will already know this because you're my students, and some of you this will be new. So the first thing I need to show you is my website. And there'll be a link, hopefully, from the LRSD page. But the website is this. It's Schalk, schalk.edublogs.org, which should take you to the page that we're currently on. You're maybe even already through this part because you're watching the video. And the password, this is for all my classes, but it'll be for this one as well. The password is FP Walsh. FP Walsh, name of the school I teach at. And this is a website that I use for every single one of my courses, including this one. And so feel free, by the way, to look at other courses if you need. And if you want to look at Math 10C for whatever reason, I mean, there's still stuff sitting there. I teach chemistry. I teach math, a bunch of math courses. Here's ours, Math 31. I'll show you that in a second. I also teach physics, Science 10. But let's focus on Math 31. So if you're on a page like this, there's a few places you're going to want to look. Basically, what I've set it up here is that there's a page that's going to have our schedule that'll tell you what you're up to basically every week over the course of the year. And then there are 6 different pages which will have videos and will have notes and assignments that you'll have to print off. So let's take a look through those. The first one here is our schedule, and I've put quite a bit of detail into this. You really only need to look at it 1 week at a time. So the first bit, I give you a little bit of an introduction as to what we're trying to do in the course, and basically after that, it's in 2 or 3 week chunks. Like, for example, the first 2 weeks of the school year, I'll give you a description of what we're up to. I'll show you what videos you need to watch, and I'll tell you what assignment is due and what the due date is. And it's pretty much the same thing as you scroll down, weeks 3 and 4. There's some videos to watch. There's an assignment due, 5, 6, and 7. So sometimes it'll be a larger section where we'll do 3 weeks at a time. But essentially, there's 6 different units we're going to do, and each one is one of these chunks. We're going to do a midterm partway through the year on week 8. And the other week that's really important is the one right at the bottom here, which is going to be where you're going to do your final exam. That's going to be on weeks 18 and 19. So other than that, you more or less can take a look through this as you want. That's kind of the schedule page. It'll tell you what we're up to in chunks at a time. The other pages you want to look at are each of our units. And so I'll be building these, by the way, as we go along. So if it looks like there's something missing, please feel free to email me. Let me know if I'm missing something. All of the notes should be sitting in these pages. And hopefully over time, they'll be populated with YouTube videos as well. So, for example, in our first unit on pre-calculus, there are some hyperlinks here to notes, as well as to an assignment. Hopefully, once the YouTube video is done, it's not currently, obviously, but there will be a video like in this location right here or in this location here. And those are the videos that you'll watch, and they correspond to these notes. So one of the things you're going to need is access to a computer, obviously, and you're going to need access to a printer because you're going to want to print these notes off in advance. As you can see, like there's lots of examples, and I'll always try to leave a little bit of room for you to be able to write your answers, like respond as we work through them together. The goal here being is I don't want you to write these all by hand. I want you to write what I write and hopefully just build on the lesson that we have. So, those are the notes. And at the bottom of every one of these sections, there should be an assignment. Each of the assignments, by the way, are worth 5%. 5% by 6 assignments gives you 30%. We'll also write a midterm worth 30% and a final exam worth 40% for the course to cover all of the 100% of our course. My goal is to make this as similar to a university level course as I can. So with that being said, that we're going to do this a little bit differently. We're going to do midterms and finals with higher weighted percentages. The good news and bad news. Good news is there's no diploma in this course, so you don't have to worry about writing a diploma, but you still do have a final exam that's fairly heavily weighted. Actually more heavily weighted than the diploma actually happens to be, because it's 40%. But I think that's valuable because my goal in this course is to try to, in a high school environment, show you what university level calculus might look like. Because really there's some pretty big differences between the university level and the high school level in terms of how classes operate, in terms of how you get marked. And so I'm not going to cut any corners here and try to smooth things out. I'm going to try to show you what this should look like. A lot of my questions are based off of old assignments and old quizzes that my former students from university have lent me after they go. So when I have a student who goes off to the U of L or the U of C or wherever it happens to be, I often ask them to lend me the stuff they've done so that I can use it again in the future. So my goal more than anything is to show you and give you in high school a chance to see what a first-year university course looks like. And my biggest hope is that when you get to university, when you have to take, say, 5 courses, and one of them is calculus, that calculus will be really easy and you'll be like, oh, we did this before, I know how to do this. I was lucky enough myself when I went off to university to have had a great calculus teacher. And I did not learn anything new in my whole first semester calc course or half of my second semester calc course. And it was honestly amazing to be able to focus on the other courses because I had already learned it all. It was basically complete review. So that's my hope, to make this review for university. Obviously, I can't promise this because I don't know where you'll go for calculus or who'll teach you, but that's the hope, is to try to prep you as best we can for university level calc. So anyways, I digress. I got off track there a little bit. Here's the website one more time. So take a look through here. Like I said, as we move on, you should be able to find all of the new the notes as well as the assignments. So make sure you have access to a printer. Make sure you have access to a computer so that you can work with that normally. Sometimes kids won't actually print off the assignments. They'll just use their cell phones and put the assignment on their cell phone. That's fine by me. Another thing I need to show you is Google Drive. My Google Drive folder, if you have one, you have Drive sitting right here. Hopefully you guys know how to access it as well. I'm going to be sharing with you some folders, and that's going to be the way that you submit your assignments. So what will end up happening is when you have an assignment, you're going to need to scan it, and a scanner is the last piece of information you're going to need. So hopefully your school has one, or you can have someone in the office scan your work, but you're going to have to get it into a digital format and upload it into a Google Drive folder. And I'll get you into those ones once I know who's registered in the course. So anyways, that's kind of the preamble. It tells you a little bit about how the course is going to work. Obviously, I'll talk to you guys more in person. Oh, one more thought, in case, again, you haven't heard this from me already. The plan is going to be that regardless of how your individual school semester works or when you're doing this, the idea is that this should be done asynchronously. So then you should be able to do this during block 2 or block 4 or block whenever. It doesn't really matter. You should be able to watch the videos as you want. But if you need to get a hold of me for help, you have 2 main options. Option 1, you email me. And you can always do that. I will do my best to get back to you as fast as possible. I mean, if it's during non-school hours, I can't promise it'll be right away, but I will do my best. Second option, during a second block of the day, which at our school runs from about 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. I think it's till 11:20. That is my designated calculus time. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will log into video software using Google Hangouts. I guess I can show you where that is. So if you go to your little Google waffle iron thing here, and you go down to Google Hangouts, this is our way to be able to do video calls. And so I have a setup in my classroom where you'll have a chance to be able to see me one-on-one, and we can chat and we can go over things if you need extra help. So Tuesdays and Thursdays essentially are office hours, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the days where I'm going to expect you to work or watch videos. So I'll more or less the plan should be like on Monday, on Wednesday, pardon me, on Monday, on Wednesday, on Friday, you're probably watching videos. Tuesday, Thursday, you're probably working on your assignment and chatting with me, trying to get help as you need. So hopefully that kind of gets us started. If I think of anything later that we need to talk about, we will do that more in person. So I'll stop this first video, and I'm actually going to start making the next video for our first lesson right away here. So hopefully that'll be posted pretty soon. Okay.